friends, it's Jackie Balhais from Clump and Stampers. I am here to share a brand new card making template with you. Each month I share one. You can make it right along with me with this video. Start it, stop it, grab the measurements, make your template, and then make sure you write all the measurements on that template. Now, I'll talk a little bit later as we're going along about how you can also get the tutorial for it. So let's get to work. We don't want to chat. We want to stamp. So let's flip the camera down and let's get working. Before we dive into the template, I just want to give you a sneak peek. Maybe we need to raise this up just a little bit, but you can see here is my box of all the templates we've made over the last couple of years. I use these all the time. When I go to make cards, I flip through these to get different layout ideas. And as you can see, especially some of the older ones, I just used old designer series paper, random colors, but make sure you always write the measurements on it, because otherwise then you got to get out the ruler and try to figure it out again. So go ahead and make today's template with me and write those measurements on it. So we're going to make the template, and then we'll go ahead and I'm going to make a card with it to show you, how to use the template. I have a couple other cards to share with you and a bunch of little tips along the way. So we are going to start with our card base. Now, when I make my templates, I always make them just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 dimensional backing. And instead of making a full card folded in half, that way they're thinner when you put them in your box, but you're also using less cardstock for it. And then we are going to go ahead and we will put a layer on it that is 4 by 5 1/4, kind of standard size. Now, remember, with these templates, this layer could be designer series paper. It could just be a different color of cardstock. It could be embossed. I've started making all my templates with just a bunch of neutral colors like this because I think it kind of helps me see beyond the colors that I use to make them, okay? So just remember, anything can go for that. Now, our next layer is actually going to be a banner, and we are going to start with a piece that's 1 3/4 by 5, and we're going to cut a banner end on it. Now, the way I like to do this is I kind of gently fold it in half, crease it a little bit right there so I know where my center is, and then I'll cut from this corner up to that center line, and then I can cut from this corner right up to where I cut, like so, to get my banner. Now, again, this can be cardstock. Designer series paper is a little bit easier to cut that banner in because you can fold it easier. But we're going to go ahead and we'll take this banner and stick it right there. Okay. Now, our next thing would be to build what I like to just call my focal layer. So I have a piece of basic white, 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And we are going to put it onto a layer that is 2 3/8 by 3 7/8. So just an eighth bigger in each direction. And we're going to stick it right there like so. Now, normally when I make my cards, I also use lots of dimensionals. But with these, I like to glue everything flat. So that's going to go there. And then for this template, I am actually going to add a circle. When I started designing this one, this is what I originally came up with, was that this could be more designer series paper as your focal image, and this would be your sentiment, okay? So the thing with templates, remember, you can change sizes, you can change shapes. This is just kind of that beginning point. The other thing, when you look at templates, remember, they can go this way or this way. Or this way. I don't know if a banner would look right that way or that way. So flip them around. That's why I like having the physical ones like this to go ahead and work off of, because, it allows me to kind of play around with them. So let's make a card. We have got some Brights designer series paper. This is from the pack that has a couple sheets of all the bright colors from the Brights collection. So card base, okay, just a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 normal. I put a piece of designer series paper on here that's 4 by 5 1/4, and then we can cut our banner here. So let's just flip this over. Now, as we're doing this template is the same template that is in this month's Creativity Made Simple tutorial. It's my monthly series that I do. That's a free tutorial if you make a $50 purchase with me. And it always has a card template, an easy fun fold, and an easy technique. So lots of ideas, all designed so that you can create them with any stamps, paper, and ink. The fun fold and the technique even have a short video to teach you. Now that tutorial you can find in my tutorial store to purchase as well. And just remember the templates have, everything's drawn out, gives all the measurements. And then we even have four complete card samples in it. So you can copy those if you want, but they're all designed for any stamps, paper, and ink. Now, there'll be more information on the blog post that goes along with this video, as well as pictures of the cards I'm sharing. You can grab that link in the video description. Now, back to stamping. I am using the Garden Gatherings stamp set. This is a fun one in the new catalog. And I just want to share this, if you haven't seen my other videos or where I've shown how to do this, with the new packaging of Stampin' Up! Okay, we have a thicker piece of plastic and the thinner piece here. What I do when I first get my stamp set, I flip it upside down and I use a Sharpie marker and I just trace the outlines of all of the stamps. And that way, as I use them, and I have a bunch on blocks here, and I'm done with them, I know exactly where to put them back on the plastic. So one, they all fit, but also that way I can tell if I'm missing anything when I go to put the set together. So that's how I keep track of my stamps. Okay, so for this one, let's see, I have several different colors here. We're going to start with Balmy Blue, and we'll stamp our vase. I love this stamp set. Cute little images. I love kind of simple, whimsical florals. So there's our vase, and then it has this great little stamp to put water in our vase. And I like to stamp it off on scrap paper first, and then stamp it in there, because then it's a little bit lighter, looks like it's inside the vase. And we're gonna grab Granny Apple Green. Okay, let's open this up. And we're gonna take one of the big floral stems, okay? And we're gonna stamp that nice and easy just to place it right inside the vase. And then we'll take Melon Mambo. These are just my favorite colors. Melon Mambo, Granny Apple Green. And this is what's called a two-step. So this one is going to fit right inside of that one. And hopefully I can do this without my head in the way. This one lines up really, really easy, because I don't know if you can see through here, but the little dots in the center of the flowers, you can see through there, and it just makes it really easy to line up. So there is most of our focal layer. But before we put this all together, I want to stamp the sentiment. We're going to use Secret C. If you follow me, you know that Secret C is what I use instead of black. I call it my new black. It's just a really nice, technically, I guess, deep blue color, but I like it instead of black. It looks black in most cases. Now, this is a long skinny stamp, right? And I wanted to stamp it and be able to just have a nice thin little layer on my card with the sentiment. And so rather than trying to cut it first, I always stamp right on the edge of a piece of scrap paper. And then I can look through my cutter. I'm kind of looking through the little cutting spot there, so I know where it's gonna cut. And then I trim it down. It's way easier than trying to cut first and then stamp right inside that teeny tiny piece. So that way, a lot of times when you read some of my card tutorials or where I list measurements of different cards, you'll notice I don't ever give measurements for these little sentiment layers, because I just feel it's so much easier to stamp on scrap paper and then trim it down. So let's go back to our card. Remember, here is that focal layer. We're going to go ahead and put that on a piece of Secret C. Boy, and my cutting blade needs to be replaced. Look at all those little fuzzies. Okay, let me grab the dimensionals. Okay, and we're going to notice this dimensional sheet is almost done. And after I've used all those middle ones, I just break off all the edge pieces. They break off really easy, and they're all good usable dimensionals. So we'll do that. And when I finish this card, I'll show you a couple others, and then you can hop over to my blog. Again, link will be in the video description, and over there I will have photos of all of them for you and my supply list and such, and also all the information to get the tutorial if you like written tutorials. Now when I place this down, I want to see some of that banner, so I'm kind of over to the right a little bit. Make sure you see your little banner tail down there. And then for this one, let's go ahead and put, oops, that broke off on my finger. We're having dimensional problems. There we go. And I am going to, let's go ahead and stick it about right there. I kind of want to see the leaf or the stem still sticking down there a little bit. Probably could have put those down further so they're a little bit closer to the water. But there we go. Super simple happy birthday card using the template. Now, I want to bring in some other ones because remember I said your templates can be turned and they're just a pattern. So if you notice here, I did not use the circle. Okay, so I just put my sentiment that way. I'm going to go ahead and bring in this card. And you can see on this one, I follow the template pretty much exact. Okay, but here I have this beautiful designer series paper that's really my focal image. And then my circle is my sentiment. So very easy sympathy card there when you've got some really pretty papers. And then we'll bring in this one. Now, again, with this one, I kind of deviated by not using the circle. Okay, we've got designer series paper, but I built my whole focal layer on that with my sentiment. And I chose to kind of bump it to the right instead of bumping it to the left, which you could do with a circle as well. But that just shows, don't be totally stuck on this one. And then my final card, for this one, you can see I turned it on its side. But then I wanted the banner down and this up. I guess it's more that way, but it's flipped the other way. But I still used all the different sizes, same measurements for everything, but I used the template to design this card. So templates are all about helping you make cards easy without thinking about all those measurements and what size pieces and how to put them together. So there you go. Pictures will be of all of these along with the supply list. And if you miss the measurements, you can go back and rewind the video and grab all the measurements to make the template. Otherwise, the blog post will tell you how you can get it all printed out as a tutorial along with full instructions to make both of these cards, plus a really cool fun fold and a fun technique to try this month. So thanks for watching, friends. We'll be stamping again real soon. Have a stamp happy day.